everybody. This was a very unpredicted class that I am about to show you guys. I actually went outside and started my routine that I normally would do for a day that I wasn't feeling too great. Today, actually yesterday, I ran a few miles, then my friend and I walked for 5 miles, then me and the kids rode our bikes for 10. So on top of all that, I ended up stepping on one of Alex's toys and it hurt my foot. So today was like a low, very mellow kind of day. I just wanted to do a couple yoga exercises, stretch a little bit, nothing too intensive, let my foot heal a little bit. My hamstrings were burning, so let my body relax and do its thing. But I ended up testing a few different filters on my phone and recorded half of it. So I decided to go ahead and make the yoga video class slash Vinyasa flow into a video for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. If you're new here, welcome. If you haven't been to my channel before, please go ahead and subscribe and give us a thumbs up. So one last thing, excuse my tank tops and the whole 9 yards. This was not planned at all. My tank top is lying one way, I'm the other way, so it was definitely not one of those like great planned videos, but it does show you what I do on a day that I'm not feeling myself, if I have overworked my body and I'm just trying to take it low, and it's a weekend exercise type of thing for me. So hope you guys enjoy.
Let's go ahead and start on top of our mats. Put your hands all the way up and together and lean from one side to the other. Take your time. Breathe in. Lean to the right. Breathe out. And lean to the left. Back to the center. Go ahead and touch your toes all the way down. Stretch from side to side. You can rock your head yes and no. Release the back of your hamstrings and sit in chair pose. Hold a nice and strong chair pose. Tuck in your belly. Reach your arms all the way up. And forward bend down. Interlace your fingers. And try to point down to the ground or up, depending on the level of the flexibility that you have at the moment. Listen to your body. Sit in that stretch for a little bit. Feel the back of your legs relaxing. Move your head from side to side. Release all the tensions in your neck. Breathe out and sit again in chair pose. Keep your fingers interlaced and look from one side. Breathe in, breathe out, and now look to the other side. Sit in a nice, comfortable chair. Forward bend. Extend your right arm up. Look down at your arm for balance, or all the way up at your hand. Put your right hand down and switch. Put your left hand up, and you can bend your knees if you'd like to for a little extra stretch. You can go ahead and extend your arm forward and back to a forward bend. Relax. Let your forward bend deepen. Look up. And put your arms all the way back up. Hands to your third eye and your heart chakra. Sit down back in chair one more time. Transition back into a plank. Get in a nice, comfortable plank. Make sure you extend your muscles. Chaturanga. Lift your hips up from the ground. Chaturanga and downward facing dog. Enjoy your first downward dog. Sit in it, let your muscles relax. If you do this right, you can sit in a downward facing dog for a long time. Make sure your wrists are all the way aligned. Your fingers are pushing down on the ground, and you feel the tension all the way from the fingertips all the way down to your wrist. You can move from side to side. Stand in a regular downward dog. You can bend one knee or the other. Lift your right leg up. You can extend it at hip height or all the way up. Step up. Back to chair pose and back down to a forward bend. Interlace your fingers one more time. Get a deeper stretch. Feel the back of your legs extending. Feel your hamstrings, the back of your shoulders. Relax your neck. Relax your muscles. Hands go back down again. Look up. And let's go ahead and jump back. Plank. Nice strong plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Get your hips off the ground. Chaturanga. And downward facing dog. Breathe in and relax. Extend your shoulders. Let them relax. You can move from side to side. You can move your lower body. You can move your upper body. You can move your knees in towards your chest. Do what's comfortable for you today. Listen to your body and do what it needs you to do today. You can go ahead and roll your ankles. Lift your right leg back up. Look ahead of you. And touch your nose to your knee. 2, 3, 4. Squeeze your abs. 5, 6. Put your right leg back up. Downward facing dog with one leg. Cross over to one side and the other. Relax your hips. Let's go ahead and strengthen the other leg as well. Left leg up. Put your leg to your nose. That's 3, 4, 5. Left leg that goes back up. Extend it to the one side, then the other. Feel the hip strengthening in your left leg. Go ahead and put your foot back down. Adjust in your downward facing dog. Get comfortable. Go ahead and jump up. And back to chair. Let's strengthen those legs today. Breathe in and out. Another forward bend. Keep your hands interlaced. Relax your upper body. Breathe out all of the tension in the back of your hamstrings and the back of your shoulders. Let's go ahead and rock from side to side. You can walk your hands or just move your upper body. Jump back, chaturanga, upward dog, chaturanga, back to downward facing dog. You can move your hips from side to side. Loosen up all the areas that you have stagnation in today. Let your body relax into the stretch. Back to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Breathe out. Tuck your head in if you need that stretch in your neck. And let's go ahead and lift your right leg up. Look ahead of you. And tuck your leg to your chest 5 times. 3, 4, 5. And let's do 5 more. 3. If you can get your leg in between your elbows, that would be ideal, but do what you can today. And for your last one, go ahead and hold it there. And right leg goes back up again. And let's switch to the left side. Left leg up. Left leg goes in between your elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and last one. Let's go ahead and hold it in there. Okay, and go ahead and put your foot back up and do a circle. Circle all the way through as big as you can. If you need that extra stretch in your hip, if your hips are popping, do what you need to do to relax your body. Let's go ahead and lift your right leg back up, back to plank. And now let's go ahead and do side kicks. So try to go ahead and touch your elbow. If you can't do that, then do as much as you can. Let's go ahead and lift our left leg up, and knee to elbow. Same thing on this side. Do as much as you can for today. Last one, hold there for a second. Left leg goes all the way back up again, and downward facing dog. Right leg goes back up, one-legged plank, and let's go ahead and do a crisscross. So kick your right leg to your left shoulder. You're only probably going to come midway through unless you're arching your back and tucking your hips under. Back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, and side kicks. If it feels more comfortable for you to go ahead and arch, then do what feels comfortable for you today. Back to one-legged down dog, and back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is such a relaxing and a total body workout pose that I love to go to for a stretch and strengthening. I feel it in every single muscle of my body. You can move your head from side to side if you have any neck issues. Step up at the front of your mat. Forward bend. You can deepen your forward bend if you feel like you need to. Look up and back to chair pose one more time. Stand up and let's stretch from side to side. Lean to the right and left and back to chair pose. I know those are a lot of chair poses, but they will strengthen your legs. Right? Let's go ahead and try crawl pose. Hold it if you want to. If not, you can just jump back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, back to downward facing dog. You can go ahead and point and flex your toes in your downward facing dog. Roll your ankles if you need to do that. Lift your right leg back up. And let's go ahead and do circles. So circle all the way throughout your whole entire body, going in between your elbows if you can. Make sure you remember which side you're circling on, so that way when we do the other side, you're not doing the same side twice. Do the circles as big or as small as you can today. Right leg back up and step into your first warrior pose. Hold your warrior one. Adjust yourself if you need to. Make sure your back foot is aligned with your front foot, and you're actually feeling your whole foot down on the mat on your left side. Strong warrior one. I know your legs may be burning at this point after all of the chair poses that we did. But keep going. Breathe into your muscles. If you can sink down lower, now is the time to do it. Extend your arms all the way up. Reach for the sky. And you can go ahead and stretch. Lower down. Get a nice deep hip flexor stretch. You don't have to be down as much as I am. You can hold on to your hands or barely lower yourself down. Up to you. Listen to your body and what it needs today. If you want to deepen this a little bit, go ahead and hold your left foot with your right hand and try to bring it as close to your glutes as possible. Stretch your quadriceps and back down. Open your hips, rock from side to side and back to plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, and lift your left leg up. Go ahead and start your circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back up. Warrior 1. Adjust yourself, align your feet, make sure your knee is never over your ankle. Your back foot is extended. Stay in a strong warrior pose. If your arms are hurting you, you can go ahead and place them on the side or on your hips. You can squat up and down for a little bit of a change if your feet and legs are burning. If not, stay here with me and breathe in and breathe out all of the stagnation that you're holding in your muscles, in your legs, in your arms. Just a little while longer. And go ahead and put your hands down on the mat. Get in a nice, comfortable stretch. Feel your hips rock from side to side if you want to. Get a little bit of deeper stretch. If you're feeling up to it, you can go ahead and lay down. Bring your elbows down, put your head down, or deepen it by reaching for your right foot with your left hand. And let's go ahead and go to Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Relax your shoulders, tuck in your belly. Breathe out, and right leg goes back up again. And between your hands, warrior 1, strong warrior, strong mind. Breathe in and out. Let's go ahead and open up to warrior 2. Look straight ahead of you. And and down to side angle. If you want to balance yourself, you can always look down at your hand. Barely use that right hand on the ground. Look all the way up at your left hand. And if you're feeling it, and only if you want to deepen, go ahead and do side angle with a clasp. It's a great detox pose. I love clasping and twist back to side angle. Look ahead of you, stretch your arm out right in front. Get the other one up. Nice, strong core. Back to warrior 2. And down to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Walk your downward facing dog if you want to. Rock your hips from side to side. Lift your leg, left leg up. Tuck it in and put it down. Warrior 1 on the left side. Get comfortable in your warrior. Feel your muscles. You can go ahead and sink down deeper or stay where you're at. Open up to warrior 2. Nice, strong warrior. Look straight ahead of you. Relax and breathe out. Go ahead and lower yourself down. Side angle. Align yourself. Look all the way up if you want to. Put your left hand down and barely touch the floor with it. If you want to go for the clasp, now is the time to do it. Feel your obliques stretching. And back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Warrior 1. Go ahead and move on to warrior 2. Deepen your warrior. Straighten both of your legs and reach down for triangle pose. Feel the back of your legs extending. Barely touch the ground. Look all the way up. Do not support yourself with the right arm. If you can, lift yourself up. If not, go ahead and get into reverse triangle or revolving triangle. And look ahead of you and get into intense side stretch pose. Jump back, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, plank, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, step it up. Warrior 1, warrior 2. Look ahead of you. Strong arms. Triangle pose. Look all the way up. Enjoy the stretch. Bring your right hand down. Walk your back foot in. Revolving triangle. Look all the way up. Put your hand down and intense side stretch on the left side. Breathing into the stretch. Plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Chaturanga. And let's go ahead and do some knee or elbow touches. Alternate from side to side, left, right, and then right, left. Downward facing dog. Relax. Breathe in and out. Plank. And shoulder touches 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. And let's go ahead and get into a wide stance, forward bend. You can go ahead and stay where you are, just bending forward. Or if you want a little bit of deeper stretch, you can go ahead and tuck your head back, walk your hands back, and get wherever you feel comfortable today. You can rock back and forth for more of a hip flexor stretch. You can walk your hands towards the back of the room or the back of wherever you're practicing today. And walk your hands back up. Stay where you're at if you're not ready to do a headstand yet. If you are, you can go ahead and practice your headstand. You can open to a straddle and bring your legs down. Lift your head up. Arms out on the side, plie squat, and let's go reach from side to side. Get our obliques working. Reach to the right and reach to the left. Do not move your lower body. Your legs are already working. All right. And keep on reaching from side to side. We want to engage those obliques and your abs. Your muscles in your legs are already engaged from you just being in the plie squat. We're working our arms, our backs. We're aligning our spines. And go ahead and get into dolphin pose. Put your elbows down, hips all the way up in the sky. If you want to stay in dolphin pose, go ahead and stay here for as long as you need to. If you have headstands, go ahead and get into a headstand. If headstands are in your practice, you can play around with them. Have fun with your practice. You can keep a steady headstand or open up into a big straddle. Walk it out. Adjust your hips. Do circles. Do frogs. Extend. Move around. And have fun. From here, if you're working on handstands, you can go ahead and try those. Or continue on with your headstand for as long as you want to. You can bring your legs to side splits. Alternate side to side. Feel your hips opening, stretching, lengthening. And you can go ahead and bring it down to child's pose. Relax into your child's pose. Child's pose is the time to catch in your breath. Relax, let your body go. Put your head down, chin to chin if possible. And go ahead and lift your right leg up. Enjoy the stretch in your hamstrings and your calves. Go ahead and put your right leg across from your left. Reach through, and if that's where you feel comfortable today, stay here. If not, interlace your fingers in the back. Breathe in. Enjoy your stretch. You can always stay in the previous pose and work up to this. Don't push yourself. Yoga, it's not about holding the poses, it's about how it makes you feel at the end of the class. So listen to your body. Let's go ahead and put our right knee on top of our left knee. And if you want an additional deeper stretch, interlace the back of your fingers by your shoulders, and you can put your head down. Relax here. Feel the hip stretches all the way around your glutes and your hips. Getting out of this pose. Let's go ahead and place our right ankle on top of our left knee and our right knee under our left ankle. You should have a triangle if you look down in between your legs. For a lot of you guys, this is not going to happen immediately. So your knee on one side is going to be really high up, and that's okay. It takes time, patience, and practice. So take your time and enjoy where you're at today. Relax. Getting out of the stretch, let's go ahead and go back to forward band. Get comfortable in your forward band. And reach for your left foot. Bring it all the way up. Now cross your left foot over your right leg. Turn around and twist if it's in your practice today. If not, stay where you're at. Interlace the back of your fingers or hold on to your wrist, whichever one is more comfortable. If you want to, you can go ahead and bring your right foot under. Enjoy the stretch. Enjoy where you're at today. And coming out of this, we'll have our left knee on top of our right knee. If you want a deeper stretch, go ahead and interlace your fingers. And put your head down. Breathe in and out. All the stagnation that you have in your hips, we tend to hold a lot of stagnation. It's our second chakra. And back to our triangle looking pose. So again, your knee on one side is going to be really high up, and that's okay. Don't judge yourself. Be persistent with your practice. Be patient, and you will be where you want to be. Give your time, give your body the time that it needs to get the flexibility. It's not about the pose. The pose really has no importance. It's about how do you feel after your class. Let's go ahead and lay all the way down. Lift your legs up and over your head. If you want to, you can bend your knees. If that feels comfortable for you to stretch your lower back, go ahead and put your legs back down and get into an easy butterfly pose. You have a couple of options here. You can do a butterfly pose that's really tight up to your groin, or walk your feet out a little bit and relax. Put your head down in between your feet, whichever feels more comfortable. Or you can go ahead and play with both poses today. If you're up to it, you can go ahead and press down on your knees if that feels good for you today. Extend your legs, lay back down, and get ready for your Shavasana. Relax and stay here for as long as you want to. Namaste.
I hope this was helpful for some of you guys, and if you would like me to post more yoga videos or any kind of routines that I do, please go ahead and comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.